Hey, good morning. Thank you all so much for being here. The one national program that we are announcing today will ensure that there is one and only one set of national fuel economy standards as Congress mandated and intended. No state has the authority to opt out of the nation's rules, and no state has the right to impose its policies on everybody else in our whole country. To do otherwise harms consumers and damages the American economy.
Regulatory reforms at EPA, and I know that he will continue to keep me and my team very busy.
It should be noted that this rule only applies to fuel economy. It will not affect California's ability to refocus its efforts on fighting the worst air pollution in the country and comply with existing regulations.
And thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here today for this subject matter especially.
With today's One National Program rule, the administration is standing up for all Americans, their needs, and their right to choose. We will not let political agendas in a single state be forced upon the other 49, and we will always put safety first.
Agency Administrator Andrew Wheeler. Thanks to Administrator Wheeler's leadership,
Under the Energy Policy and Conservation Act, or EPCA, DOT sets CAFE standards. EPCA expressly provides that the federal government regulates fuel economy, not the states. Since there's a direct scientific link between a car's greenhouse gas emissions and its fuel economy, DOT is determining that EPCA preempts state GHG and zero-emission vehicle programs. That's one basis on which EPA intends to withdraw the 2013 waiver for California's state GHG and ZEV programs.
Doug Obey with Inside EPA. A quick question for Administrator Wheeler.
There's a direct and tight link between, one, California cars and their emissions of criteria pollutants, two, the local concentrations of those emissions, and three, the impacts they have on California due to the state's extraordinary perfect storm of features like population, traffic, temperature, wind, ocean currents, and topography. But for greenhouse gases, the tight and direct link isn't there. California cars have no closer link to California climate impacts than do cars on the road in Japan or anywhere else in the world.
Sure.
Anyone have a question?
And California's climate impacts are not extraordinarily distinct from those felt in other states in the same way that its smog impacts are. It makes sense that Congress carved out waiver authority for California to address its unique local problems. It does not make sense to use that authority to try to address national and global issues like greenhouse gas emissions. It's time to put California's waiver back in its box, the box that Congress always intended it to stay in, California's unique, extraordinary criteria air pollutant issues.